Hello, my name is Michelle and I am an intuitive reader. What does that mean exactly? It means that I'm a psychic. I just like the way the intuitive reader sounded, and it tends to invoke more curiosity with people. I have several different ways of providing this service. You can have a phone reading, you can come into my office and have a session, or you can book a house party and I come to your home, and generally we'll see 5+ people and do individual sessions per person. What do? I have this box of goodies. Boom. I have 9 different decks in here, and the only reason why I have 9 different decks is so that way I don't get bored. I've been doing this for 12 years, and if I were to look at the same deck over and over for the last 12 years, I would die of boredom, just so you know. I also like people to be able to choose what they want out of the deck. So it's a nice avenue. They get to have a choice and get to pick and feel which ones feel right to them. And generally the artwork is a good match for that person. Every single card, or deck I should say, has different types of artwork on it. So you can see that was my traditional tarot, this is my angel oracle card. Very big difference when it comes to artwork. These are my 2 most popular decks, just so you know. This deck actually I've had for so long, I actually had to replace it with the same deck, just a newer version, because it was so worn and torn over the years, which was really cool. So what does a session look like with me? So basically, whether you're calling me, whether you're sitting next to me at a house party, or whether you're right across the table from me at my office, I have you pick a deck, I have you shuffle it into 3 piles, and then I have you choose a pile. From there, I lay out a certain amount of cards, depending on how long of a session you do. I generally will do them in either 15-minute, 30-minute, or an hour session. The 15 and the 30, I try to reserve more for the house parties. I truly like to do the hour-long sessions with people either over the phone or in the office, so that way there's just a lot of information that comes through, especially if it's your first time with me as your reader. It's so much information all at once that a half hour is just, it's overwhelming for you as the receiver, and for me it's like a speed shot to try to get all the information to you within that time frame. So I always love to have the hour time frame for the very first session. After that, once we know each other, easy peasy, half hour is good to go. So once we lay out the deck, and once I have the spread there, then I'm able to read the cards for you. Now, one of the cool things about being an intuitive is that we have to interpret the information that we receive in order to give it to you, in order to explain it as to how it works in your experience. What does that mean? So for several times I've seen, just examples, I've seen dancing dishes in my head, and I'm talking to the person, they're like, oh yeah, I just went dish shopping today. Of course you did, because I just saw dancing dishes in my head. Fantastic. So there's different ways that you receive information being a psychic. You can be clairvoyant, which means that you see. And it's not seeing with your eyes, it's kind of like a movie going on in your head. There's clairaudient, which means that you hear it. I'm not clairaudient. I'm more clairvoyant and clairsentient. Clairsentient means you feel it. You can actually have an emotional reaction to something. So if any of this sounds like something you would like to do, and the reason you would do it is so that way you can get some clarity about what the future has in store from you. I've had several readings where I've done the reading and I was able to make different choices in my experience because I knew what way to go when that experience arose or that particular situation occurred. So it gave me a lot of clarity to be able to navigate throughout my experience. So if this is something that you're interested in, by all means, please feel free to give me a call. My number is 603-731-2073, or you can also check out my website at www.theinnateinYou.com. I'd love if you could like and share this video, and also subscribe to our channel on YouTube. That would be fantastic. Hope you have a great day.